Coach, start out here. Number one, exciting win. I mean, a win's a win. So this game went back and forth a couple of times. So just overall in the game here right now.
I don't know about a win and a win, but this is a big time win for us after that Loyola game and first Division I opponent here that we wanted to show we belonged. Rocky start at the beginning, but we kept fighting. Just to be down 5 at halftime was probably a miracle. And then second half, just look at the stats. I mean, we shot 66%. We're very efficient at the free throw line, very efficient taking care of the ball. I'm just proud of the guys because we took a lead and then they came back. It was a technical, so I think we're down 5. And just for the guys to stick together and fight through it and to come ahead in overtime is huge. And it's the reason right here. Mak, that's a 30-piece right there, guys. Proud of him. He puts a lot of work in, and it definitely paid off today.
Mak, we'll start with you. For career high, 30 points there. But just talk about overall the team. Team started the game shooting 2 of 16. I mean, that just the shot selection, that just them playing defense, or just the ball not going in?
Honestly, it's just not the ball not going in. We practice our shots every day. You know what I'm saying? Coach Monty, he does a great job of telling us take good shots, but keep shooting at the end of the day. So it's no, you know what I'm saying? We're not turning nothing down. We're trying to drive, penetrate, get the open looks, and eventually they started falling. So we're just very fortunate for us.
Like we said, the career high from you is 30. Obviously, last year, the slow start to the year from you. You were coming off an injury. Second half, improved shot 40%. 3 straight games in double figures to start off here. Just talk about how you're feeling right now.
I'm just very grateful. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Coach Monty. He gave me the opportunity to come back. There's only 4 newcomers or 4 returners. Me, E-Man, French, and Ryan. And so he just kind of instilled faith in us. And I told him I was gonna keep working. I told him prior to the season, you know what I'm saying? I'm always in the gym. I'm always working. And same with all my guys. So we, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep doing the same thing, and we're gonna keep picking it up. So this is just the beginning for us.
Just talk about what Coach said before. This game was back and forth, trailed by double digits. Fought back, then got behind again by 5 or 6. What's going on in that huddle on the bench from the guys when number one you're down by 12 in the first half, and then they're in the second half?
Honestly, we were pretty calm. We just said keep pushing, like keep going, because it's a game of runs. So you know what I'm saying? They punch us, you got to get back up and punch them back. And that was honestly exactly what happened. We got down to 10 points, something like that, and we were all composed. We got some guys, we got a lot of freshmen, we got a lot of guys with some experience, and so we were able to kind of keep it composed, and it worked out for us in the end. So.
PJ, let me answer that too, that they kept building the lead because we were missing free throws. I think we missed 6 straight free throws, which is uncharacteristic. It's funny because we came back last night at 7:30 and shot free throws for about 30 minutes. But I thought we were taking good shots. Unfortunately, like Mak said, we were missing them. And then him going 6 for 7 from 3, I think he listened. We said coming from the Loyola game that he was very efficient catching, shooting shots, and he didn't take any threes off the dribble. They were catch and shoot, drive and kick, and probably the basket probably seemed kind of big. I just the second half didn't want to take him out early, but he had played the entire first half, and I think you got to trust your teammates. We did go on a run, but we came back in, we pushed it, but after that little adversity in the first half and then late second half. Proud of this team because you can go a lot of different ways. You can put your head down and say, well. But another thing I'm proud because they played small ball. And we haven't really practiced small ball. So then we had to have our 5. I think I'm glad Legend Jeter stepped up where he started to defend off the dribble. But then we took advantage of it on the other end where we punched it, and then he delivered and he made his free throw. So that was a big moment for Legend.
Questions for Coach and Mak?
Mak, you had several fist pumps, and when the game seemed a little bit more in hand, what was going through your head at that point?
Honestly, I told them, or actually we all said we were going to win this game. So when we were down 10, when we were down 5, when we were up 5, we were going to win this game. So it was just staying positive. Whatever happens, you miss a shot, good shot, next one, let it go. You know what I'm saying? And so we were just making sure we all on the same page, all playing for each other, and the best thing that we can have is playing with each other. If it's, you know what I'm saying, people just trying to get their own shots up and not being on the same page, that it can harm us. So we just doing our best to stay as a team and, you know what I'm saying, listen to what he says.
Mak, you've had a long road back from the torn ACL, and to go off for 30 in a win no less. How good does that feel? How big is that to get through that and to have that for you as just, I mean, for you and for your team?
It feels good. For me personally, it feels pretty good because I've always just had to keep fighting. So regardless of the ups and downs, you just got to keep going. And especially for us as a team, coming off a season like we had last year, that's all in the past now. So we just looking forward and we just trying to do the best we can. So it's looking to keep it going, definitely.
Coach, talk about Jared Larry. He was kind of doing everything for you in that second half, the gritty type of plays. Did you see it in him?
He said what I say to him. I challenged him at halftime that if it's a loose ball, you better get down on it. And I think he took it to heart. I think he was a little leery because it's funny, leery because of his knee, had a little scratch. But hey, I just told the guys, personally guys, to feed off me. I'm a fighter, a clawer, wasn't a great player. But they should be an example of their head coach. I mean, here grinding every day with them. I do believe in them, do trust them. It's just they have to trust the process. And then Larry took it, you know what? He could have put his head down. Unbelievable, too. Made a strong finish to get us to overtime. But, Mac, you had set it up because they couldn't leave that strong side corner. If they did, I had confidence that he would have kicked it to Mac and maybe he wouldn't have went overtime. But happy for Larry. You know, he's taking steps. This is his first time at a Division I level. And it's levels to this. And he stepped up strong in the second half. And I told my guys, too, something was missing. Maybe it was a spark. I told him, hey, we have 6, 7, 8 starters. It could change a lot. And I kind of go on what I see in practice, body language, confidence, and maybe he just had to watch the first few minutes, and then he got himself going. So it's a testament to him that he came off and he didn't drop his head and had a good game.
There's always so many cool things about games like the game you had, going for 30, but I think my favorite was the fact that you got 18. It felt like you got 18 quick, but then it stopped. But it wasn't because you shot and got cold. It was because you started doing other things, whether it was facilitating, getting other guys involved, rebound the basketball, doing the little things, and not forcing it. So then the end of the game comes around, and overtime, and then you realize that it's your turn again, and now it's your time to step up. So if you can, just take me through the ebbs and flows of the game and how you recognize when it's your opportunity and when it's time to defer.
Honestly, I had realized after I hit a couple straight, they were gonna start playing me differently. And so with them having to play as tight on me, we have guys that can do everything. They can shoot, they can drive the gap. So if I can basically take my man out of the game, then it's 4-on-4 and I'm taking my 4 every time. So with that being the case, I sat to the side for a little bit, let them operate. We started getting stops, we started getting buckets, and then we had some plays ran for me at the end, and then you just gotta do what you gotta do with that. So it's kind of just picking and choosing, but after you get a couple, it's no real point in trying to force it because now they're gonna change their whole scheme. So you gotta let everybody else, you know what I'm saying, kind of do what they gotta
Dan,
do.
he really had 33. The one
And they did take it
they
away.
ran it away. He ran the same play. That bucket went in too. But I'm glad Max said it. I said it to the team. Remember I challenged, I said, guards, can we go get some rebounds? Looking at the stats, I don't look at the stats until the end of the game. Mac had 8 rebounds,
Career high.
3 assists. You know what I mean? Probably missed the 2 free throws early. Didn't miss anything late, but it's impressive. It was impressive, and I'm glad he had a special day. I kind of like this day again, hopefully on Saturday.
Definitely on Saturday.
There's a lot of start and stop, and the end of regulation and overtime. How hard is it to, maybe for both of you, to really show your best in those moments when it feels like maybe momentum is stalled?
Well, for myself, is we didn't have any more timeouts,
Yeah.
so we got a chance to get our defense set, talk about our switches, and then come out. We had a play we was going to run, and we executed. So, it's part of basketball that you can go review everything now, but that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
You have to adjust.
Coach, I don't know what these first couple of games, we saw it at Loyola, kind of got down early, got them down to 12 or 13, and obviously this game, got by, and, the guys came back fighting. So, through the first couple of games here, do you have a team that fights? At least that's what you see?
I think they're going to play the whole 40 minutes. You like more shots to go in early. The first 10 minutes against Loyola, we were neck and neck. And then it was more the turnover, which set us back. But we already said it before, it's a game of runs. You have to play the first 20. I thought you like to play the whole 40, and I think, what did we go today, 45 or whatever it was? But it's a young team. We have a lot of, we're bringing in freshmen, we're starting freshmen, we have some upperclassmen, so it's gonna be like that. But this guy's gotta, stay the course and continue fighting, and then hopefully at the end of the game, we have a chance to win like we did today.
It felt like an emotionally charged game at certain points, and then came a time where you were without Emmanuel. So what was it about what you had to do? What did you guys do to compensate for that loss, and how did you feel like you guys were able to navigate that?
Well, we slid Nate Johnson over to the 4. He does practice that position. And then usually we had Callaway and Okoro, but Legend Jeter has the more experience. So what we did, and it wasn't my suggestion, it was assistants, Coach Peck, we put our 5 on their point, which is 8. Little unorthodox, because he's more of a driver, and believe it or not, he hit a couple threes. But I thought, and then we started switching 5. We just, then we were pinching. I just think that guys knew we needed a stop, and they just reached down. Sometimes you just got to reach down a little deeper and get it done. And I think that's what our guys did.